Appreciate you joining us here in Portugal, Lisbon, on our 30th anniversary 30-day epic adventure circumnavigating the whole country. Sardines and fish are a big item here in the port cities, as you can see. Brazil is their sister country, as you might recognize that statue of Jesus there in the distance. Fado is the music that's beautifully sung throughout the country, mostly in Coimbra. Tile facades on the buildings, codfish, cod cake with melted cheese. Lisbon was just a fantastic city. Cobbled designed streets make it fun wherever you walk. Authentic Portuguese garb from the day. Visiting Sintra on our second morning there. Pardon me for butchering some of these pronunciations. There's the Penne Palace there in Sintra. And we enjoyed a lot of the different coffee drinks they had there. About $1.50 for a fancy coffee there. This is Cascais and natural hole in the rock, Boca de Inferno, the mouth of hell as they call it. We stumbled across a medieval Renaissance fair. This is the Jerome Palace in Belém, the Christopher Columbus statue, Belém Tower, more of the Geronimo Palace. I'm not sure I'm saying it correctly, I apologize. Enjoyed an evening of fado music. Prosciutto and ham is a big deal there. It's called Ginja, I think it's pronounced, the cherry liqueur. Arrived in Óbidos. Ceramics is another big deal. Óbidos is a castle town. It's really quaint, just wonderful. From there we headed for a day trip over there, Nazaré. These older women try to recruit you to rent one of their rooms in their house. Open air market. Dried fish here on the beach in Nazaré. Local people were quite the characters. It's just gorgeous, and how they enjoy their beaches is so different than we do. This is where the largest wave ever surfed was recorded, I think 90 feet. That was the point where it broke. Now we're in Alcobaça on our way to Coimbra. And we're just entering Coimbra now. It's another college town. It was rush week and they wear uniforms there at their colleges. That's some authentic Alfredo pasta, which is real melted Parmesan. It was great. Some traditional Portuguese dance and outdoor fado music, free concert. Cork is one of their biggest industries there in Portugal. I think they harvest half the bark off the tree once every 9 years. Some of the things they make out of cork, they make everything out of cork. It's up at the university there in Coimbra, one of the museums we entered. Nice lunch in one of the VRBOs that we rented. The river passing through the middle of the city. Now from Coimbra we ventured off to Aveiro. the Venice of Italy, and stumbled across this little town called Costa Nova. So they painted all stripes on their houses. And then we're in the Osaka Palace, beautiful garden grounds. Took a nice hike and finally arrived in Porto. Porto. That's my favorite of all the cities and places we visited. It was just magical. That's the Gaia side of the river, the Douro River, which passes through. Tile facades on the churches and buildings. Famous train station. Food was so affordable, snacks everywhere. And the Lido bookstore is inspired the Harry Potter books. If you recognize that staircase. This is a famous Francesca, which is a little Frenchie, multi-layered sandwich there. We still run the old streetcars there through the city of Porto and Lisbon, actually. On the Gaia side, we took a wine tour of the wine caves. And this is from the Gaia side of the Douro River, looking back at Porto. Like I said, salted cod is a big deal there. Excuse me. An open air market in we're on our way to Braga. This is Guimarães. You have afternoon floggings there in that medieval town. Entertain the tourists. My wife came across a London Fog outlet store and had to buy a second suitcase. Arrived in Braga, which was another wonderful city. We enjoyed our desserts. We splurged this whole time. It was fun. Another college town is Braga. Now this is Aramante. We had the fertility saint there. It's a penis designed pastries. Coming through the Douro River, over the Douro River in Lemago. On our way to Belmonte, where we stayed at a converted convent and ate at a Michelin-star restaurant there in the grounds. This creme brulee in a granite rock. It was really fun. And then we went up to the mountain village hamlet of Monsanto, where the villagers literally live within and amongst and in the rocks. It indescribable. You'd have to experience it to really grasp how incredible it was. And we headed off to Tomar, where we toured the Convento de Cristo, which was a stronghold of the Knights Templar back in the day. Beautiful. I'm a stone sculptor, so I really appreciate the architecture. Gallery there. Walking the town of Tomar. A lot of pedestrian streets, and we had a little rain, so cobbled streets were really pretty. Stork nests are everywhere, and this is Estimones, which is known for its pink Portuguese marble, which they quarried there, the hilltop town. And from there we arrived in Evora, which is another great place. Total different vibe, different architecture. They have different building materials and Roman ruins there, remnants of an aqueduct that ended there in Evora. Traveled for miles and miles and arrived in Evora. These are chromolith sites which predate Stonehenge by over 2,000 years. Wandering through the streets of Evora here, came across the Chapel of Bones, a little gory. Interesting. The baby there. They still have bullfights in Evora, but they do not kill the bulls as they do in Spain. Now we're finally made it to the Algarve, the southern part of Portugal, where it's climate's on the warmer side mostly. Kayak tour of some caves and surrounding sea stacks, and it's a beautiful day. This is Bruges. Those are octopus traps. And coastal Sagres. And now we're in the southern part of the Algarve, Travera. Had lunch there. Touring Albufeira on the way back up to our condo in Lagos. This is still Albufeira. And fancy hotels to rundown ruins all next door to each other. Did a home exchange here and basically got this condo for 6 days for free. Praia de Luz. We looked at real estate here, really considering it. Just a great place. Tried my hand at surfing again. Lost what I ever had, which wasn't much. Walking through Lagos in the evening, heading up to Salema on the way home, and Odexia, and finally arrived back in Lisbon after a month of travel. And we're glad we got to see a lot more Lisbon and got back to enjoy some more of it on the end of the trip. We were exhausted, but we'd do it all again in a heartbeat. Thank you, honey, for 30 years of marital blisters. I love you, sweetheart. Dorothy and Sal Orlando, signing off.